What a year 2024 has been for gaming. We had stacked quality of JRPGs, with Atlas releasing Persona 3 Reload and Metaphor ReFantasio, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth continuing on the 7 remake, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth giving another turn-based Yakuza game the spotlight. Speaking of spotlights, you could not avoid these titles when they were released, be that on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or a dumb percentage of group chats. Palworld and Helldivers 2 took the world by storm and created these booms of social interactions that had basically everyone talking about them in one way or another. A big shout out to Tekken 8 being the final to release of the big three fighting games within a 12-month period, and after how good Street Fighter 6 came out and how rocky Mortal Kombat's franchise is looking, I'd say Tekken 8 did a fantastic job this year. You know what else did really well this year? Remakes. Well, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster was a remaster, but that and Silent Hill 2 remake had plenty of doubters until they released, to positive reviews everywhere, which is always a good thing to see, as sometimes it's nice to be proven wrong. One thing I didn't expect was neither of these games winning Game of the Year. Black Myth Wukong is maybe a glorified boss rush with breathtaking environments, but the game was hyped during those fights. Space Marine 2 on the other hand was this grotesque hyper-violent experience that brought a familiar feeling of grit, similar to Gears of War, with its combat feeling weighty and impactful with any form of attack. Let's not forget about the indie titles though, as Balatro had so many people locked into that mindset of just one more that we've all fallen victim to. Animal Well also looked really interesting and got a good amount of attention with its easy flowing gameplay and stunning visuals as you bobbled on as a blob in this Metroidvania. Titles that weren't received so well though was Dragon Age Veilguard, that had stripped away what made Dragon Age an immersive dark fantasy RPG, and made you a supportive shell of positive affirmation. Star Wars Outlaws on the other hand is yet again Ubisoft fumbling the bag and using out of date systems from their back catalogue and smushing it until it fits, leaving the game worse off. A moment of silence please. That was for Suicide Squad. That is 95% off on Steam right now, which I never expected. Something else I never saw happening was a DLC being put up for Game of the Year. From Software know what they're doing when it comes to game design and creating DLC for those worlds. So it should be no shock at all that Shadow of the Erdtree was phenomenal, but it isn't a standalone experience and requires Elden Ring to even interact with. That's my thoughts, make a category for DLC of the year. And let's not forget the king itself from the top of the pile, Astrobot, which took Game of the Year. I think it looks fun and it captures people's nostalgia really well. My only gripe is that all the gameplay seems like a Mario game. Regardless, this is just a handful of titles and there was so many more released this year. While I didn't play most of these games, I've heard great things from most of them and think 2024 was an incredible year for gamers. And I appreciate the hard work that went into making these awesome experiences. I just wanted to make something to end this year for myself, and what better than sharing some love for the games that stood out this year. I hope you all have a wonderful festive with friends, family, and loved ones, as you all deserve it. So, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all other blessings too. Fingers crossed that 2025 is just as good, if not better. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day and or evening, and I'll catch you next time.